everyone, how are we? That noise you can hear in the background is two little birds courting each other. They're just sitting on the... Let me see if I can... for you. Let me see. Oh, there they are. They're the culprits. They are the culprits. So, my horses are taking forever to eat again. The glory of having 3 old horses. They eat very slow. Very slow. Which gives me about 2.5 hours. Yeah, to think. And sit here at this beautiful river on a very nice day. It's cool, it's warm, it's cool, it's warm, cool breeze. It's lovely. Yes, I know, it is getting better. I know. It's frustrating, but it is what it is. It's getting better. So, all good. Now, okay, so I have been, as of my last video yesterday, everybody knows now, I have been skulking around in the Medbed group on Facebook under a different name. Some people guessed it. Most people had no clue. I did have to, unfortunately, lie to several people because the name I'm using on Facebook was actually going to be my new official name, and I didn't want anyone to know, so I did lie to a few people, and for that I'm sorry. I said, no, it's not me. I've nothing to do with Skye, simply because I wanted to keep my identity a secret, because I was going to change my identity, and that was going to be my new official name after notifications. And yeah, thanks to SAS Australia, I saw the truth about why I wanted to to change my identity, and so I revealed who I was. And am I having second thoughts? No, not at all. However, it would be nice to have some peace and quiet for a while. It really would. As much as I love everyone, I woke up this morning and I had 700 messages and notifications, and that was on Telegram. That wasn't even including YouTube or Facebook. That was just on Telegram. I'm like, God blimey. So please, God, give me strength. And most of them are just, you know, the same old questions and what we've talked about for the last 3 years. But I have tolerance. I'm learning to not get frustrated, and reminding myself that there are new people, and new people, they are excited, they want to know everything, and we've got new people coming into the humanitarian community who wants to do projects, and they want to, they need all the information. And if we get frustrated and all, yes, they can research, they can absolutely research. But I remember when I was first getting involved in the RV humanitarian community, I was asking everybody everything because I needed to know. And I didn't understand. And I needed help, so I kept on asking and asking and asking. And eventually, you know, I figured it out. You know, that light bulb went on and it's like, okay, I got it. I got it. I don't need to ask anymore. And of course. Those little planes that pull up the gliders, they are very noisy. And unfortunately, my horses are on the other side of a road where we have Camden Flight School. And yes, needless to say, some days the planes are non-stop. Ugh. Yesterday was great. I think we heard about 3 planes. The day before yesterday, there was a military jet that took off, and I'm like, what is a military jet doing taking off from a tiny little flight school airport? And then my imagination kicked in. Well, what if has it started? And I'm like, oh, stop it. Stop letting your imagination take over. No one knows except them as to why there was a military jet taking off from a tiny little airport that runs a flight school. Nobody knows except the ones involved. So I can stop running through all these different conspiracy theories in my head and just chill. Okay, so I'm totally way off. I've just spent the last 5 minutes talking about absolute shit. So I'm going to get on to the conversation, which is why I wanted to do this video. So I've been skulking around in Facebook for a while now. And everybody knows I like to trigger people. I like to bring out controversial subjects that the whole world is against practically. And then watch everyone go, oh, no, that's not correct. Oh, Skye's delusional. Skye, no, how can you be so stupid? Oh, you're thinking cabal. Oh, this and that. And blah, blah. It's like, you'll get it. Okay, you'll get it. All right. So it seems that my wanting to trigger people and talk about subjects that people find taboo has kind of rubbed off on Adela Ronca, who I handed over the Facebook group to before I closed my Facebook account, my original official Facebook account. It's rubbed off on her, and I know she's always liked to trigger people, and she's done it again, and I have to absolutely commend her for her bravery. To talk about something so controversial that you know more than three quarters of the people will be dead set against. That girl's got balls. I give it to her. 100 points. 100 points for effort and courage. Well done, Adela. You know, my hat goes off to you. Okay. The topic is Ouija boards. Now, before you start going, oh, Ouija boards are evil, they just invoke demons and they're a portal and yeah, whatever. Whatever. So if you look at everybody who has used a Ouija board or known someone that has used a Ouija board that has had a bad experience, they all have one thing in common. They did not respect spirit. And isn't that what we're taught the moment we start our spiritual journey and working with spirit, is respect? You don't play. Spirit's not a game. So why would you see the Ouija board as a game? That is just disrespecting spirit. Remember, every time you open yourself up to spirit, whether it be through tarot cards, crystals, meditation, go away, fly, get off my phone. Anything, Ouija board, it makes no difference. It makes no difference what it is. It is just a tool. Every time you open up to spirit, your vibrational frequency is attracting the spirit you connect with. It's not that the tool is the issue. It's your vibration that's the issue, and your beliefs and your intention. So if you go into a meditation, okay, people that meditate, they have a similar, thing in common. They want to raise their frequency, they want to connect with spirit, they want to learn, they want to be more peaceful and loving and blah, blah, blah. Okay, but it's all peace. It's all for self-development, etc. Hang on, my little sand foothole is disappearing from under my foot. They're all peaceful. They want to do meditation to improve themselves. So if you go into using tarot cards, crystals, pendulums, with wanting to improve yourself and respect spirit and gain knowledge and education and all of that, that's what you're going to receive. Why would a Ouija board be any different? It's just a board with a little glass or thing, or whatever it is you're using. It's not a portal. It's not demonic. You are the portal. It's not the board that's the portal, it's you. And when you work with spirit, if you have these fears about certain practices in the spiritual community, like Ouija boards, you are manifesting those negative experiences through your own beliefs. It has nothing to do with the board itself. If you look at everyone that's had a bad experience with the Ouija board, they didn't respect spirit. They thought it was a game. They were young and wanted to see what would happen. They were using it as a party trick, just to see if there would be any activity. They're drunk. They're on drugs. Hello? Of course you're going to receive negative entities. You're in a negative state yourself. Have you spiritualists and those work with spirit, have you forgotten your vibe attracts your tribe? Have you forgotten the law of attraction, the basic law of attraction? Of course there's something in the water right in front of me. Ah, it's gone now. Thank God. So if you see me get up and run, you know something's coming at me. So there is no problem with Ouija boards. No problem at all. It is the person using the board that has the issue. I've been using a board for quite some time, and I haven't had anything bad happen. When you do meditation and you work with spirit, the ones you work with are the ones that's going to come through on the Ouija board. Not some demonic entity, not some, I don't know, Satan's attachment or something. It's the spirit you work with. Why would you go from a meditation, which is using your mind as the portal, having your family and friends and spirit guides and galactic team come through there, but you change the tool that you're using, you're still the portal, but now you just have your finger on a glass on a piece of cardboard or wood. All of a sudden now it's demonic. Come on. It's not the tool that creates the issue, it's you. So if you work with spirit now and then you say, oh no, I can't go on a Ouija board because it's demonic. It's going to be demonic for you because that's what you're manifesting. That's what you believe. If you go on the Ouija board after working with spirit or while you're working with spirit and say, okay, I'm open to learning. I just want to improve myself. I want to calm my mind and I want to connect with spirit. Guess what you're going to get through? The same guides that come through in your meditation. That's it. That's it. You're not going to get some demon or Satan or monster to come and attach themselves to you and haunt you until you can take it no longer. You're going to get your own guides. Most likely it's going to be your higher self. Why? Because your intention is there. Your intention to better yourself is there. Therefore, you only get the positive beings. It doesn't matter the tool. The tool is irrelevant. You are the portal at all times. So if you think it's a game, oh, I'll just jump on the Ouija board. Let's see what will happen. You want to play games? You're inviting in the negative spirits that will play games. Bingo, you just manifested what you always believed. Ouija boards are bad. Because you did it. You did it. You are the portal. You are the cause of your own haunting, of your own demise. Now you need a clearing because you disrespected spirit by thinking that communication tool is a game. It's the same with kids. I mean, you watch movies all the time. A couple of schoolgirls will get the Ouija board out and play a game. Let's see. Let's open up and talk to a past loved one. Let's just see what happens. The spirit goes, you want action? Okay, I'll give it to you. You're manifesting it. You're creating it. You're giving us permission to do it. So here it is. Now you have something that you can't control. All because you wanted to see what would happen because it would be interesting. All because you decided that a Ouija board, from what you've seen or heard from others or movies, was bad. So I'll try it. I'll see what happens. The spirit goes, good, it's playtime. Let's go. Let's have a game. And you run out of the room scared, crying, and now spirit goes, well, what's wrong? Come back. You wanted to play. Here we are. We're playing a game. Why are you now all of a sudden terrified and scared? You wanted the game. You asked for it. Now we're here. Now you don't want it. Make up your mind. Do you want to play? Or do you want to communicate? There's something big over there in that water. It's jumping up and down out of the water. Keep my eye on this river. I don't trust it. And people swim in it. Oh, I swear people have got death wish. So you're manifesting all of it, not just part of it or one bit of it. You can't blame spirit for your intentions. It's not spirit's fault that you decided to see if you would get any action, if anything would happen. Spirit just goes, okay, you want action, I'll give it to you, no problem. Then when you get it, you run away screaming, Ouija boards are evil. Oh my God, it's satanic. It's a portal to the dark underworld. It's evil. Huh? You wanted a game, you got it. That's what we say. Always be specific. Always be respectful. Never, ever, ever treat spirit as a game or as a party trick. Never work with spirit or open up to spirit when you've been drinking or on drugs. Never open up to spirit when you're sick or in financial stress, because that stress lowers your vibrational frequency, which brings in the lower entities. You manifest it yourself. It's you. You are the portal, not the Ouija board. I am always shocked. Just keeping my eye on this river. I know I'm a chicken shit when it comes to I can't see at the bottom and there's live creatures in the water that I can't see. Little fish like this, no problem. But when something big jumps out of the water, that's the time for, yeah, keep your eyes open. Who knows, it could be a river monster. You know, but when you... Now I lost my train of thought. Typical. I always just go off onto some random thing and then I completely forget. When you open up to spirit, even in meditation, never, ever, ever open up to spirit when you're sick, because it lowers your vibration. Don't open up to spirit when you're in financial stress. Don't open up to spirit straight after you've had a domestic fight with your partner, or you've just lost your job, or someone's just passed away. Because all of these stresses lowers your frequency, which brings in the lower entities. So if we use the 10-story building analogy, when you're under all these stresses, it lowers your frequency. So it lowers, you go down, further down the building. So instead of being on level 8 or 9, which is the higher vibration, which is love, peace, unity, harmony, all of that, you're now down on level 2 and 3. Guess what that is? Fear, anger, aggression, negativity, it's jealousy, it's I'm going to cause as much shit as possible so that just because I can. Wait until you raise your frequency again and then reconnect with spirit. It amazes me so much every time the Ouija board is brought up, how people that claim that they work with spirit and, you know, they've been working with spirit for, 10, 20, 30 years. Oh, stay away from the Ouija board. It's evil. How can you work with spirit and be experienced and say that a tool that is just you, the portal, using as a form of communication, how can you say that's evil? Once you start working with spirit, the only beings that's going to come on that board is your own spirit guides. That's it. That's it. When I was still talking to my aunt and cousin, they came over for the day, and my mum and I had been using the board before they came over. So we put the board away, while they were there, because they don't believe in spirit and all that. Even though they've seen spirit, they don't believe in it, so go figure. Anyway, my nephew, who was, I think, 5 or 6 at the time, he said, "What's this?" And I said, "Oh, it's nothing." And my brother pulled it out and he said, "Do you want to play?" And I looked at my brother, and I asked my guides, is it okay for my brother and nephew to, or second cousin, whatever, to have a go on the board? And they said, yeah, absolutely, no problem. So there's my brother and my 5 or 6 year old cousin, nephew, second cousin, whatever. And there's Odin, good old Odin, the Norse god Odin, who was also Merlin, by the way. There he is, teaching him how to spell and how to count. This little child was asking the board all these questions. How do you spell this? And Odin was moving the glass around the board, spelling the word. And this little child was going, oh, okay, well, I got this question from school today. It's like a maths question. I'd say 2 plus 3. What is 2 plus 3? Odin pushed the glass to 5. When you know how to work with spirit and you are respectful of spirit, there's nothing wrong with a Ouija board. It is literally another tool. But you always must remember, you are the portal for spirit to communicate. It's not the board. It's not the crystal. It's not the tarot cards. It's 100% your communication. 100% starts, it begins and ends with you, regardless of the tool you're using, if any. It's all you. It's always been you. It's never the board. Never, ever, ever the tool that creates the communication or determines what kind of communication comes through. It is always you that determines the level of communication, the frequency. It's always you. It always has been you. So when you use a Ouija board, it's your vibrational frequency that the energies are attracted to. If you're in a high vibrational frequency, you're only going to get the higher dimensionals. If you're in a low frequency and you see the board as a game, or you're fearful of it, or you disrespect it, or you're drinking, or you're on drugs, guess what you're going to get through? That's right, the lower entities. Because it has nothing to do with the board and everything to do with you. When you understand law of attraction, vibrational frequency, spirit, this is just basic one-on-one basic. It's just so simple. I am constantly shocked at the amount of spiritualists that says it's evil, because they still don't grasp law of attraction. They still have no clue about what it is, of what working with spirit actually is. So just remember, the next time you hear a bad story or something that someone's had an issue with a Ouija board, just remember, what state was that person in when they used the board? 100% of the time, they will say, I was a child, I was at a party, I just wanted to see what would happen, see if it worked, see if I got anything. And there's your answer. It's not the board, it's the person. It's always been the person. And it will always be the person. Why? Because it's you that's the portal, not the tool. It's nothing to do with the tool, everything to do with you. This is why when you work with spirit, you have to be in alignment, mind, body, and soul. If you're not, guess what? You got issues. Okay? So, think about it. Spirituality is basic common sense. When you break it down into bits and pieces, it is so simple. But we as humans want to complicate everything to give it more meaning. If it's more complicated, then it's worth more. It must be more interesting. No, it is so simple. The ego wants to complicate everything and make a big deal out of everything, because then we feel more special. Then we feel better about ourselves. It's so much more simple than that. It is literally black and white. You're in a high vibrational state, you get high vibrational entities. You're in a low vibrational state, you get low vibrational entities, whether you're on the board or not. Exactly the same. There is no difference. No difference at all. So if you want to look at why someone has an energy attachment, look at their vibrational frequency. Look at what they're going through in their life. Look at their belief systems. There's your answer. It's not the energy attachment or the entity attachment that's the issue. It's the frequency of the portal. You. That is the issue. That's where you need fixing. Not stay away from a piece of wood and a glass. Not stay away from people who think or believe that communicating with spirit can be done using a piece of wood with numbers and letters and a glass. The issue is with you. That's where you need to look in the mirror. Is my vibrational frequency at a high enough state where I can safely and lovingly communicate with spirit regardless of the tool I'm using? The answer is yes. Brilliant. Got nothing to fear. Go ahead and work with spirit. If the answer is no, don't work with spirit. Fix yourself. Then, when you are ready, then start working with spirit. Because you're the portal, and it all begins and ends with you. Not the board. You. I hope this helps. Please don't complicate things. Everything is so simple. Just relax and have a good time. Enjoy. But of course, the number one rule, the first basic rule you learn, is spirit is not a game. And you must respect that. If you don't, have fun. Because I know you won't. Alright, thanks. Take care everyone. Bye for now.